He tried to save the world and became its curse. Once, in a land where the sun rose golden over misty mountains and the river sang softly to the trees, there lived a man named Elias. He was not a king, nor a warrior, nor a great wizard. He was a simple scholar, a man who loved the world deeply and wished only to protect it. Elias had spent his life studying the ancient texts of his people, searching for forgotten knowledge. He believed that if he could uncover the secrets of the past, he could heal the wounds of the present. The world was sick, forests withered, rivers ran dry, and the people grew selfish and cruel. Elias wanted to change that. One day, deep in the ruins of an old temple, he found what he had been searching for. A book, bound in black leather, its pages filled with words that shimmered like starlight. It spoke of a great power, a magic that could reshape the world. It was called the Heart of the Earth, a force that could restore balance, mend the broken land, and bring peace to all. Elias knew the risks. The book warned that the heart of the earth was not meant for mortal hands. But he was desperate. The world needed saving, and he was the only one who could do it. With trembling hands he performed the ritual. He spoke the ancient words, drew the sacred symbols, and called upon the heart of the earth. The ground shook. The sky darkened. And then silence. At first nothing seemed wrong. The trees grew taller, the rivers flowed clearer, and the people smiled again. Elias rejoiced. He had done it. He had saved the world. But then the whispers began. People spoke of strange dreams, visions of a shadow that walked among them, unseen but felt. Crops grew too fast, twisting into unnatural shapes. Animals changed, their eyes too knowing, their voices almost human. And worst of all, the land itself seemed to breathe, to watch, to hunger. Elias tried to deny it at first. He told himself it was only the world adjusting, healing. But the truth was unavoidable. The heart of the earth was not just a force of restoration. It was alive, and it was changing everything. The magic that was meant to heal had begun to consume. The forests grew thorns that bled when touched. The rivers whispered secrets that drove men mad. The people who had once been saved now feared the dark, for the dark moved on its own. Elias begged the earth to stop, to release its hold. But the heart of the earth would not listen. It had been awakened, and it would not sleep again. The people turned on Elias. They called him a monster, a bringer of ruin. He had sought to save them, and instead he had cursed them. With sorrow in his heart he fled into the wild, where even the trees seemed to reach for him with angry branches. Years passed. The world became a place of beauty and terror. The land was alive in ways no one could understand, and though it gave gifts, endless harvests, eternal youth for some, it also took. Children vanished into the woods, laughter turned to screams in the night, and the sky sometimes wept tears of silver that burned the skin. Elias, now an old man, wandered the edges of the world, forever haunted by what he had done. He had wanted to be a savior. Instead, he had become a curse. One evening, as the stars began to appear, a young child found him sitting by a dying fire. The child was not afraid. "Why did you do it?" the child asked. Elias looked into the small, trusting face and felt the weight of his failure. "I wanted to fix what was broken," he said. "But some things cannot be forced. Some magic should remain asleep." The child thought for a moment, then placed a hand on Elias's weathered one. "Maybe the world doesn't need fixing," the child said. "Maybe it just needs kindness." Elias closed his eyes. For the first time in many years, he felt peace. And when he opened them again, the child was gone. Perhaps, he thought, the world would find its own way. Perhaps one day the curse would fade. But he would never know. The fire went out. The wind carried his last breath away, and the earth continued to dream. The end.